EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We go! 10 logo. Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
On first down, Breeze. Hunter Henry brings it in. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that...
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Miller on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Charlie, ready. Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw on second down is Kaya. And this one's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready.
To throw is Kaya. He's got the hook up to Miller. The third down run gets him nothing.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And Lambo, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
15, line it. Joe Schobert on the tackle.
From the 29, Breeze. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. A shotgun snap for Kaya. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Kaya. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Kaya. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Breeze now on 1st down. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Kaya got his man. It's Eifert. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
In your face. 61.
On first down, Kaya. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
Certainly.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7, Chargers 0. Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze now. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Running on first down, Eckler. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down now, it's Mack, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
To throw is Breeze. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From just shy of midfield, Breeze. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Badgley's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
No, definitely a little bit of disappointment there, because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
Let's go, baby.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set. Ready. 10 Lobo. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him.
From the shotgun, here's Kaya. It's complete to Chris Conley. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 84 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
6-6, pull it hot. Get it.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Down. 8, Breeze.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
5.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And this is complete. It's Allen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Hey,
61, matchbox light. Ready.
Looking to run with Matt. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Kaya. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kaya to throw. He's got Gore. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A pass complete here to Conley. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, Kaya. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 out more.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
132 fighter.
Tighten up. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Get it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
So we got man.
Kaya. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
It's complete. It's Gore. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Kaya looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now a carry from Mack. And an alley to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 16, Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now it's Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch it.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Today's final score, Chargers
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys